I want to share with you what I opened to today that really inspired me to do this class. And it's from Duties of the Heart. And I had been looking for it unsuccessfully. And then today, I opened up to it. And I want to read a little bit more of this so you can get a feeling of the voice of Ibn Battuta, who wrote this in the 12th century. You know, I really feel it's a very intimate soul conversation that he wants to have with his readers at the time and probably in the future. And in my book, it's page 265. I have the green book. There's 2 volumes. Reveal to me the mystery of my existence in this world, its aim and its purpose, and give me, as well as I can, briefly some approximate conception of necessity and divine judgment. And so he begins to tell this story, which I think is perhaps one of the most important stories in the book. And he says, I'm going to read you a little. He says there's a story of a state in the Indian islands, the citizens of which decided to appoint over them every year a stranger. And this stranger would be the king, and he would be the ruler. But when the year was over, they would banish him, and he'd have to leave. So this king, when he was a king, he accumulated so much money and he built palaces because he's thinking, I'm going to be here forever. And I want to make this kingdom so beautiful. And they're honoring him. And he moves everything that he has into the state. And then is he grieved to find out that at the end of the year, he has to leave. He has to leave everything that he built. So the next year came and they decided to appoint a new stranger to be the king. But this person was very wise. So after he was appointed king, he selected a person that he befriended and he showed kindness to. And he was able to get the secret that they hadn't told any previous king. The secret was, you're only going to be king for 1 year. And then you're going to have to leave everything. When he learned that, he changed his activities. He strove to bring everything that was really valuable out of the kingdom. And he didn't trust that everybody was lauding him and admiring him, exalting him. He was just working to get out what he could. So when the time came, oops, my diabetes monitor. When the time came, he left peacefully. He had accomplished what he could in that time. So of course, this is a parable of our life here on earth, that we often hold the belief that our life is going to last forever. And we invest in what doesn't last. We find our identifications in what is temporary. So when we do have to leave this world, we can feel very sad. Well, what did I do to prepare myself for the next journey, the next chapter of my soul? And so he goes on to say, that, and we can talk more about this. He said, the exalted king, he created gates for you. He prepared a palace for you, and there's gates, and there's gatekeepers, and these gates are the organs of your senses: your eyes, your ears, your nose, your tongue, your hands. And we often work with that in meditation. And the question is, how do you use your senses? He placed 4 stores and 4 officers: faculty of ingestion, faculty of retention, faculty of digestion, faculty of excretion. And he goes on and on that God put all of these gatekeepers throughout your body, and that we have the opportunity to bring ourselves into divine alignment. And he goes on and on, if we're going to be chasing things that are going to take us away from our well-being and our spirit, or whether we're going to be invested in bringing ourselves into alignment with who we are, not just on this plane of existence, but who we are beyond this physical world. So I'd like to explore that a little bit in meditation. We have our sense of our ego identity, but we also know, and we're taught, that we have a neshama, we have a soul. And the soul is who we were before we enter it into this physical plane. And it will be who we are when we leave the physical plane. So if we prepare our soul and we nurture our soul, so the departure out of the physicality will not be so painful. If our whole sense of self is identified in what is physical and what is material and what doesn't last, when that is taken away from us, we're going to have struggle. We're going to have pain. And that's the pain of the soul, or the pain of the ego. However, if the soul has experienced what the joy of divine connection is, it will be able to more easily let go of the physical and material world and be able to expand and enjoy the new chapter that's available to the soul. So all of this trusting in God, the whole book is really to help us to live with consciousness, to live with faith, and to be able to die with faith as well. So I'd like to do a little meditation, and then we'll have a chance to talk. And this is just a brief summary of this was on chapter 265. It's a brief summary. So let us begin by coming to a comfortable position, and let's close our eyes and bring our focus to the breath. take a deep breath from deep in the belly to the rib cage to the chest. And exhale. Allow yourself to relax. And really enjoy the inhalation of the breath. God is breathing you. God is sustaining you. God is giving you life, breath by breath. And allow yourself to let go, knowing that you can't hold on to the breath, that you need to let go. Let go. It's safe to let go. It's safe to trust. And then open to receive the new breath. And just feel as the open to receive the new breath, there's an opening, expanding. You enjoy that. And then you also know that you have to let go. So allow yourself to let go, trusting, having faith that there's a new breath. And as you inhale and you receive new life, get in touch with what it is that you want to receive, to embody in your life that connects you with the divine, that connects you with what is not temporal, but eternal. And we listen to the soul. We listen in deep inside. What the soul wants to embody and bring to this physical world, and what it wants to take with it when the time comes for that transition. Get in touch with your yearning to make a deeper connection to that which is eternal. To make a commitment within yourself to be a greater source of love and light in this world. The good deeds we can take with us. All the good deeds, all the love, we can take that with us. Take a few minutes to return your awareness to the gift of being present right now. What a gift. We're alive. We're with each other. Take a few minutes to internalize this experience, the stillness, the awareness, within the soul that is beyond the body, the material world. The soul gives us a taste of eternity. Take a few moments and then we'll turn off we'll have a chance to check in with each other.